Listen, I don't know what this person did in their past or what happened, but they are so insecure when it comes to you. They think you are picture perfect. They love everything about you, but they don't feel like they're worth it. They don't feel like they can even come towards you. They don't feel like they can approach you. They don't feel like you would even want to know them. And it's actually really sad because that there goes to show how can I say it? I guess unfavorable activities does take a toll on a person's belief of themselves. It really does. So, excuse me, this is just another reason as to why we should not do things that we know are not favorable, because as much as it might be exciting while it's happening for some people that feel that way, later on down the line, when they start to care and recognize what they've done to people over time and what they've done to themselves over time, the regret is so intrusive that it won't allow them to heal properly. Okay? Excuse me. That is the main idea of this message. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for being here. I am Mystic Alchemy. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. Okay, so this person really feels bad about themselves, and it's hard for them to forgive themselves for what they have done in the past. And I really don't hear people talk about this so much, but it's something that crosses my mind a lot, just because it just does. I don't know why. I think about all types of aspects of life, and sometimes I just sit and I just think about them, to think about like, well, what would need to be done in order for things that are so broken to be repaired. I always think in that way. It's just a part of me. And I've seen so many people, family, friends, people in my life that have had a really hard time forgiving themselves. Even I went through that stage as well, for things that I did that I was like, why did I even do that? And you know, when you're going through the motion, you might not really think about it too much. However, when you get older, that's when it's like, wow, I really could have, you know, put myself in X amount of issues or danger or uncomfortability. There's so many things that we could take part in when we don't really know any better, not realizing how it could affect us in the long run when it comes to being around. Excuse me. My allergies are bothering me, so excuse me with the clearing of my throat every 5 seconds. Yes, but even with the individuals that you choose to spend time with, if you're with a crowd that's just, they don't do the best activities, or they just don't, they move like they don't value their life, and they move like they don't care about themselves, you know, it's very likely that you too will move that way. So this person is really backtracking, thinking about all that they've done, and then they're like, it feels like they're comparing themselves to you, okay, and they're seeing something or someone totally different, okay, and of course the two of you are different. However, it's character based, so they feel like they don't have good character. And if anyone knows anything about them, it would be them. So they know the deepest, darkest secrets about themselves that they've never told anyone. And they know that they did some dirty work, some grimy work, some crazy work. And listen, they just can't forgive themselves. They could. They could. However, to them, they can't. So this is someone that it is very likely that you could get along with this person, you know. It's very likely that this person could be a great match for you. However, because they don't believe in themselves, and because they cannot forgive themselves, If any of you were to get into a relationship with someone like this, their insecurities could overpower the entire relationship, and it can cause them to feel insecure and begin to do things like accuse you of doing things that you didn't do, being controlling, like obsessively controlling, overbearing, angry, even for little things that don't even make sense to be mad at. And also, when it comes to you having relationships with other people, even if it's like friends, even if it's people that you knew before them, even if it's people that you knew prior to them, they will be mad and they will start tweaking. And this is why it is so important to be with someone who is healed, because I clearly feel that they do like you and they would love to come and approach you, this person that I'm picking up on. It's just that they know that they're not right. They know that they're not. And this is someone that I feel like they would like to heal, but they don't know where to start. And they're too, I heard too puffed up. I don't know why puffed up. It feels like they have trouble with admitting that they need help in that area for whatever reason. It could be them feeling ashamed. A lot of people they feel discomfort asking for help because they don't want it to be thrown in their face later, because unfortunately some people, they move like that. Sometimes you can ask the wrong person to assist you and they do everything else but help, which is very unfortunate. However, this could be what this person is going through. Okay? So if you've ever come across someone like this, where they could be very attractive too, by the way, it has nothing to do with that so much, because I think immediately, most times if anyone sees someone who's very attractive and they have insecurities, you'll look at them and you'll be like, well, what's wrong with you? You look good. Like, why would you be insecure? However, there are other things in life that one can be insecure about. It doesn't have to just do with looks. Okay? It's so much more. There's so many, anything where a person feels like they are lacking can be an insecurity. Okay? So keep that in mind as well. It's not just about looks. And many times I can tell that many people perceive insecurities just about looks and appearance. However, it can also be about other things, such as on a knowledge base, or the environment that they live in or that they've grown up in, their family dynamic. There's so many levels to where insecurities can hide. There's a lot. Okay, so I just want to tell you that if you've ever been with someone like this, just know that this could be one of the reasons why they behaved that way. Is because they're insecure about things that you could have no idea about, and you're wondering, why are they so controlling? Why are they treating me like this and all I want to do is love them? Why? You have all these whys and no answer. Anytime you go through that, just look at it like this. They need to heal. Simple. And back away. Back away slowly and get out of there. Okay? So if any of you ever encounter this in the future, or have encountered this type of behavior in the past, just know that this is a possibility as to why they behave themselves in such a way. And if you really think about certain interactions that you had with this person and things that used to trigger them, you'll be able to see that it's really about making sure that you don't go anywhere. Making sure that you don't get too close to anybody else. Right? I just feel like in a relationship, there should be trust there. And if there's no trust, then there's no relationship. So if you have somebody that's like chasing after you like a psycho all the time with every moment of the day, or in every moment of the day, and they feel like they need to do that, it's one thing if they want to make sure you're okay and they're protecting you and you can tell that that's what it is. But it's another thing if they're worried about if you're cheating or, getting too close to someone else, then it becomes a problem, because why do you feel that way? There's a deeper problem if somebody like trying to chase you to make sure you're not cheating. If that's the case, then it's very likely that it would be best to part ways, because it's not healthy. It's an unhealthy relationship. Okay, so keep this message in the forefront of your mind, so that you are aware of what could be going on with a person that behaves this way. There's many other reasons why a person could behave this way. However, this is how the message came to me right now. So this is the layer of possibilities that I gave you. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Everything you do, do it with love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. If you would like to book a reading or a healthy conversation, you can. Just visit www.milkhoneyrose.org, and you can also join the membership to support me. And I appreciate all of those who do decide to join the membership. And yes, I appreciate you in advance. I'll see you in the next one.